Medical gas supplies. Visually inspect the machine. Tug test all pipelines. Turn the master on-off switch to the off position. Slowly open the oxygen cylinder valve. Note that the contents of the cylinder are adequate. Close the oxygen cylinder and observe the oxygen cylinder gauge does not fall. Repeat this test for all other cylinder positions where a cylinder is fitted. Note that the pipeline gauges register at 400 kilopascals for each gas. Ensure each vaporizer is adequately but not overfilled, that the filling port is closed and that the vaporizer is correctly seated, locked on the back bar and not tilted. Check that the control knobs rotate fully through the entire range. Turn off all vaporizers. The negative low pressure leak test. Switch on the auxiliary common gas outlet. Turn all flow control valves 1.5 turns anti-clockwise. Test the leak test device by squeezing the bulb and blocking the end off with your thumb. Fit the test device to the auxiliary common gas outlet and squeeze the hand bulb several times. Initially, the bobbins in the flow tubes will rise. The bulb should not reinflate within 30 seconds. Turn on one vaporizer to 1%. Squeeze the hand bulb several times until the bulb is fully deflated. The bulb should not reinflate for 30 seconds. Turn off the vaporizer and repeat this test for each other vaporizer. Turn the auxiliary common gas outlet to the ventilator position. Turn all flow control valves anti-clockwise until they reach the off position. Turn the on-off switch to the on position. The electrical power cord should be connected to a main supply and the green indicator on the ventilator panel should be illuminated. The oxygen analyzer calibration. Remove the oxygen sensor from the circuit by lowering the front flap on the absorber and unscrewing the sensor. Press the drain button for 10 seconds. Go to the menu page on the ventilator and select Setup, Calibration, Oxygen Sensor Cal, and then select 21% Cal. When the calibration has been successfully passed, refit the oxygen sensor to the absorber. Check that all flow meters operate smoothly throughout the entire range and that the bobbin moves freely. Check the operation of the emergency bypass oxygen flush button and note that the oxygen pipeline pressure does not drop significantly when it is used. Ensure the oxygen flow ceases to deliver when the button is released. The flow control test. Turn the nitrous oxide rotameter anti-clockwise in a controlled manner until the bobbin reaches the top of the flow tube. If the Link 25 safety system is functioning correctly, the oxygen flow should also be activated, ensuring that at least a 21% mixture of oxygen is delivered. Now reverse this test by turning the oxygen rotameter clockwise and ensuring that a 21% mixture of oxygen continues to be delivered. Ensure all flow meters are returned to the minimum position. Vaporizer back pressure. Turn the oxygen to 6 litres and turn on each vaporizer to 1%. The oxygen should not drop by more than 1 litre and should return to the same height in the flow tube. If the flow meter does drop by more than 1 litre, replace that vaporizer. Ensure all flow meters are returned to the minimum position. The circuit leak check. Inspect the breathing system for correct configuration and for damage. All connections should be secured by push and twist. With the bag vent switch still in the bag position, turn the APL valve to the closed position. Occlude the patient Y piece. Inflate the rebreathing bag to 30 centimetres of water and check the pressure gauge. If no leaks register on the pressure gauge, then the pressure gauge will remain static. This will also test the sustained high airway pressure alarm. You should note that it has sounded. After several seconds, continue opening the APL valve slowly and reduce the pressure to 20, 10 and then 0 centimetres of water. Squeeze the rebreathing bag to ensure that the unidirectional valves are working properly. Ensure the soda lime is an appropriate level and colour. The ventilator check. Occlude the patient Y-piece, remembering to remove any sampling lines first. Switch the bag vent switch to vent mode. Using the oxygen flush, inflate the bellows to the top of the bellows housing. Turn the bag vent switch to the bag mode. The bellows should remain at the same height if the breathing circuit and the bellows are leak-free. If the bellows fall more than 100 mils per minute, there is a leak. Ventilator operation. Connect a rebreathe bag to the Y-piece of the patient's circuit. Set the ventilator as follows: VT 400 mils, respiratory rate 12, IE ratio 1:2. Set the oxygen flow meter to ½ litre per minute. Switch to mechanical ventilation. The VTE should get to within 15% of the set value within 6 cycles. Scavenging and suction. Check that the anaesthetic gas scavenging is switched on and functioning correctly, with the tubing attached to an appropriate exhaust port. Check that the suction apparatus is functioning and the connections are secure. Test that the suction is able to provide the rapid development of an adequate negative pressure.